Welcome back to The Explainer. You might want to lower the lights for this one. Settle in and listen closely. Today, we're dissecting the terrifying mechanics of the pale hand at the window, specifically diving into the brilliant, absolutely agonizing escalation in Episode 2, Don't Check the Window. We're going to break down exactly how this narrative systematically dismantles every single layer of security around our protagonist, Ryan, leaving him completely exposed to an impossible threat.
I want you to hold a specific question in your mind as we go through this. What would you do if the very things meant to keep you safe suddenly just stopped working? The locks on your doors, the police you call for help, the electricity in your street, even the basic laws of gravity. This episode is a masterclass in psychological isolation. It creates a trap where vulnerability isn't just a feeling anymore, it's an inescapable reality closing in all around Ryan.
Part 1. The lingering paranoia. So we pick up exactly where we left off, the morning after that initial heart-stopping scare. The photograph of his house, taken from the outside by some unknown entity, is still just sitting there on his phone. The tension hasn't broken at all. It's actually mutated into his immediate physical environment. Ryan has a completely sleepless night. Every single light in the living room is blazing because he's trying to banish any shadow or something could be hiding. He's got a cricket bat sitting right beside him, a pretty primitive, desperate attempt at physical defense. And the television is on but completely muted. Why? Because he's listening. He is straining his ears through the dead of night, waiting for a sound he is praying he won't hear. It's just pure, agonizing paranoia.
The next 24 hours are basically designed to exhaust both Ryan and us as the audience. At dawn, 7 a.m., he checks the porch, and nothing. No mud, no footprints, literally no sign anyone was ever there. Then, later that morning comes a crucial moment. He goes to the police. But the photograph, his only proof, refuses to open. The file is corrupted. He tries to work, tries to tell himself it was just stress or lack of sleep, but evening brings the rain back, ratcheting up that atmospheric tension. And then, right at midnight, the neighborhood blackout begins. It's a slow, agonizing drip of dread.
Part 2. Dismissed by authority.
This brings us to a foundational mechanic of isolation horror, institutional failure. When the monster is at the door, society's safety nets are supposed to catch you, right? But what happens when they just don't care? Ryan is absolutely, terrifyingly certain. He points to the porch, declaring, "There was someone here." But the police response? The officer is just annoyed. He sighs. He casually dismisses it with, "Probably a prank, lock your doors." And that's it. It's a chilling moment because it isolates Ryan entirely. His fear is completely invalidated by the very people tasked with protecting him.
So Ryan is stripped of his defenses, one by one. The technological betrayal is total. That corrupted photo file means his modern evidence is gone. When the cops ask for CCTV, Ryan realizes his grandfather never actually installed cameras. The result? No investigation, no concern from the police. He is entirely on his own. The real horror here isn't just the entity outside, it's the gut-wrenching realization that no one is coming to help.
Part 3. The neighborhood blackout. Midnight hits, the streetlights die, the television goes dark, the entire house loses power, and as the narrative tells us, silence swallowed the room. Just imagine that heavy silence for a second. Ryan grabs his flashlight, cursing, and looks outside. The contrast between what he expects to see and his actual reality is impossible. The street is completely pitch black from the blackout, yet House 24 across the road has an upstairs light glowing. And here's the thing. Ryan knows for a fact that the family in House 24 moved away. It's been abandoned for months. Yet in his reality right now, there is a figure standing at that upstairs window, watching him. The figure raises an arm and waves. The logical world is officially breaking down.
Suddenly, his phone buzzes. It's an unknown number. He answers, and at first, there's only static. Then, that same distorted voice from before delivers a single, chilling warning. Don't check the window. The line goes dead. Ryan looks back across the street. The figure in House 24 is gone.
Part 4. The impossible window.
Ryan's pulse is absolutely racing. He immediately yanks his curtain shut to cut off his line of sight, trying to put any barrier he can between himself and whatever was across the road. Then, he hears it. Tap. Against the window glass. He freezes. Tap. Tap. It is such a sharp, horrifying sensory detail, but it's not the sound itself that is the most terrifying part. It's where the sound is coming from, because it isn't coming from downstairs.
Let's walk through the terrifying logic of these final moments. First, he gets the warning on the phone not to check the window. Second, he hears the physical tapping on the glass right next to him. And third, the devastating realization hits him. It's his bedroom window. He is on the second floor. A physical tap on the outside of a second-story window completely defies gravity. It is physically impossible. He inches slowly toward it, and the tapping stops.
His hand reaches the curtain, the phone buzzes one more time. A text from the unknown sender. 2 words. Too late. Short, punchy, the sentence fragments mirror his racing pulse. The trap has already been sprung.
Ryan pulls the curtain aside and just stumbles backward. The final reveal. A pale hand sliding down the outside of the glass. The threat has crossed the street, defied gravity, and is now mere millimeters away, separated only by a fragile pane of glass. It's a visceral, deeply unsettling shock that perfectly caps off the chronological escalation of this episode.
Which brings us to our final thought. An explainer like this doesn't just analyze a story, it holds up a mirror to our own sense of security. As you sit there right now, maybe in a room with a window drawn shut against the dark, how safe do you truly feel next to your own windows at night? Keep your doors locked, and we'll see you in the next explainer.